Roll for Crit at PAX Unplugged. Right now we are in the North Star Games booth, and we have Dominic with us here to show us your baby, as you called it.
This is my baby.
The new version of Wits and Wagers, which is in an unfinished state. A Super Wits and Wagers Super, or is it Super Wits and Wagers?
Super Wits and Wagers, and there's going to be like a violator that says Team Super Wits and Wagers. So this is a team version of Wits and Wagers.
All right, so please explain to us, because we're Wits and Wagers fans, what does that mean for the game? How's that going to change things up?
Okay, so this is a game that is a party game. It's got the Wits and Wagers engine. It is not like a quick slap on a license, or slap something on and put out a new product. This is really like a redesigning of this whole game from the ground up. And it is a merging of a party game with interesting strategies. And this is a genre that I'm passionate about because I love party games, and I was a pro Magic player for a bunch of years, so I love strategy games. And so I learned it's a very difficult genre. Because, yeah, you know this.
Oh, well, no, not just that. When you see the fans try to choose a game that satisfies both, how many times have we had that problem?
Yeah, it can be tough to bridge that gap.
Yeah, okay. So good. So our goal is to bridge that gap. So we're trying to carve out like what we call a new niche, the partagy niche. All right? It's got party and it's got strategy. And so we'll see if we did it. Background, we were going to release this as our 10-year anniversary edition in 2015. So we've been working on this idea since 2013, and it's gone through tons of iterations. And really what happened is some people loved it, but it was a small niche of people who loved it, and it was more of like hobby gamers doing it, these light things. So it wasn't like a true merging. And the reason is the strategy often comes with accounting and +3 and minus this and tokens and this and that, and it just pulls the attention away from like laughter and talking to each other. So that's why we haven't released it, and it's just taken longer and longer and longer. We tried to release it on the 11th year with like a little tagline like "This one goes to 11."
That's cute.
And then it wasn't ready, and then so I think it's we're late. The basic concept is you're going to choose a side. You're going to be a heroes against the villains. All right, and the heroes have superpowers, which have like cool synergies with a lot of teamwork and cooperation. All right, they're trying to make the world a better place. All right, the villains were messing with your plans. All right, we're just having fun and causing chaos. So, at the beginning of the game, you choose your superheroes or supervillains based upon kind of how they interact with each other, because they have some really cool and interesting synergies. Then you play Wits and Wagers, and should I explain to like people who might not know Wits and Wagers?
I mean, briefly we can say it's a trivia guessing party game where you don't actually have to know anything, right?
Perfect. It's a betting game disguised as a trivia game.
Got it.
So that backbone happens. All the answers lay out. One team bets first with time pressure, and they're thinking about what the other team might do to disrupt their plans, and they're trying to figure out where the right answer is. And some of these things, if you bet your superhero on your headquarters, you activate your superpower. And so like the speedster, she can jump to an adjacent answer if the adjacent answer is correct. But you have to be on your headquarters to activate your superpower. Portal, she can send any of her teammates through a portal to any other answer. So when these are together, you've got like really cool synergies where you can be covering a whole bunch of areas. And so you're under the clock now trying to figure out like where you're going to place the portal. Do you even want to have anyone on the portal? How are you going to do this? So there's like a little mini puzzle that you're approaching as a team based upon the synergies, and where creatures like the Crusher, who is a goldfish in a mech suit. I don't know if they can see that. Probably not.
We'll show a picture.
Yeah.
Typical sort of thing you see all the time.
Exactly. The Crusher's superpower is he can just crush a headquarter on either side. So he can just disrupt your plans and just get that answer completely off the board and slide these things over here. So so now the speedster actually can't reach over there. Yeah. So that's the type of synergies that are taking place within this game.
So some pretty interesting powers, definitely give it a very different feel from regular Wits and Wagers. And you said it's team-based, so you're actually cooperating with people, which is also different and interesting kind of a twist. Yeah. Are the questions all superhero themed or not at all?
None, not at all.
Okay.
So that's one of the things we tested, and that bombed. We had like geek-based questions. Like anytime you get into like a narrow niche, the people who like it have fun for a couple questions, and they're like, yeah, okay, everyone's gonna bet on me. That's just not fun anymore.
Got it.
So you really need a diverse group of questions where sometimes you're the expert, sometimes you're the expert, sometimes you write the answer that everyone's making fun of, and so that gets shared all the way around. That helps kind of create the laughter.
It's also interesting because now with the abilities, if you think like you're the expert on him, like I want to get close to him so I can crush him. So that definitely brings a lot more to it.
And I presume that you'll be able to use these questions with other editions of the game as well if you wanted to?
Yep, and vice versa. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, please.
Well, I'm just going to say, so the reason why I think we've succeeded now is when we play this game, people are laughing and having a good time, they're playing with the characters, the questions are funny, some of them are zany, and so they're having fun. And at the same time, you'll notice like Magic players coming over and talking strategy and saying, well, you should have put this guy over here, and actually, why did you bet here? And they start getting together and talking about the strategies, and so that's where we feel like, okay, we've really nailed both sides. Like there's something really interesting going on with the strategy.
Oh, you're getting both, like my Magic player side, like I just said, thinking about how to crush everything.
Oh yeah, okay, so I got the whole combo and all the synergies going on with you. Yeah. And when you play, you'll see it's a party game. You're gonna be laughing and goofing off with friends.
What was it's partagy? Is that your word?
Well, yeah. TM.
Please, yeah, that should be on the box, I hope.
It might be, I don't know. As you can tell, we haven't yet done the box.
You're halfway there.
We're part of it.
Now, another thing I love all the artwork of the characters and everything that we can see. And I know this is probably an unbelievably difficult question. Do you have a favorite character?
Yes. I have a favorite character. The Crusher!
Good choice.
So all of these characters have backstories, and we're working on comic books, and so there'll be like comic book stories. We have the League of Unemployed Sidekicks, which you employ if you're like let's say it's 2 on 3, then we'll hire some of the unemployed sidekicks to help us out. Kickstarter, May 7th.
Okay.
We should have the game in stock at the end of the Kickstarter. We'll start sending them out. Reviewers will get their copy in April, so we'll have it in stock starting around April.
That's a pretty quick turnaround. Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, we're excited to play it.
Oh yeah,
we're definitely Wits and Wagers fans. This sounds like a cool new twist on the genre.
Yes.
I think so far you probably succeeded.
Thank you.
Yes.
Does it feel like I've reinvented it and I'm not just like resting on like?
No, I mean, you can think of some of our games. We sort of got used to like with knowing certain people and betting, but now with the powers, I'm already excited about just messing with someone who thinks they're good and like, nah. I mean, there's so many abilities I can think of to be fun and just do things. I'm probably gonna play as a villain first, and by the way I'm talking now.
Play as a villain.
Hey there, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe because we've got much more where that came from.
And you can check us out on the web at rollforcrit.com for more board game news from PAX Unplugged and elsewhere.